She had had a cold and the doctors said she had an ear infection.
Peter had gotten a fever.
I noticed that she had like a really, really, really high temperature.
She had a stomach ache for a couple weeks. Then the morning that we ended up at the doctor's office, she woke up, she wouldn't walk, she wouldn't stand up. She would scream and cry, and we knew something was wrong.
There's something wrong here.
Something is not right.
We were in the hospital for 5 days and they said the whole time, virus, virus, virus.
2 days later, she was diagnosed with leukemia. And that was devastating to us.
It's 1,000% chance that I have to sign the paper because she was diagnosed with leukemia. And everything just changed from there. I'm sorry.
He was diagnosed with Wilms tumor, which is a rare type of cancer that affects about 500 kids in the country throughout the year.
And they told me it's one of 3 things, and we're hoping it's leukemia. And I'm sitting there looking at this doctor who I've met for the first time going, leukemia, isn't that a cancer? The next day, it was official. It was leukemia.
We weren't thinking, why us? This is just something that we needed to get through.
You go through all kinds of emotions, like, why my child? You know, I struggled so hard to have this one kid, and this is all I've got, and she gets this?
There are times when I just break down and just, you know, so it's a tough process.
She wasn't even 2 years old, you know, 23 months when she got diagnosed. So it was just, it's devastating, really devastating.
Once they're diagnosed, you don't have the luxury of, why us? You just got to get to work and save your child's life. You don't have an option.
My belief is fix the problem, not the blame. So there's no one to blame. You can't blame God. You can't blame anybody else, or you just need to find a solution to the problems.
Your daughter's very sick and you need to toughen up. That's exactly what she told me. It was the best thing they could have told me, because it's really what you have to do.
A lot of my friends, would say, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how I do it. But it's just when certain challenges are faced in front of you, you have no choice but to deal with it, especially when it's your child or a loved one and, that person depends on you, and you know what I mean? It's just something that you have to do.
In the beginning, I was crying all the time. And then all of a sudden, it stops. There are no more tears. There are always tears, but she's just an amazing child. She really is. She has the strength.
The strength that going through this was watching my son getting stuck with hundreds of needles, getting his chemo, blood transfusions.
It's just something where it's no explanation as to how you deal with it. It's just something that you have to do. It's a life or death situation, and it's like, of course, you're gonna choose to do everything you can, or to be there or do what you have to do.
We all say cancer sucks. It's the only way to describe it. But seeing the kids playing together, being together with the other families, like coming to the infusion room, you're here, everybody's going through the same thing, whether you're getting chemo here or you're getting blood transfusion or platelets, hemoglobin, whatever tests. We're all a family, and it doesn't matter what type of cancer you have. It doesn't really matter because you all go through the same stuff.
The volunteers that come in and hold your hand and play with your child and go and get a cup of coffee or allow you to just escape a hospital room for half an hour or so, just looking after your child.
Talking to other people, they have remorse, or just, you'll be talking to them and for a second it's smile, and once you mention, she has leukemia, or it's just their whole expression, it's like they're just in like a total shock. But again, you know, people on the outside can say, but who feels it knows. You know, it's just a saying that, you know, in my country they said you have to be in it to really feel it.
When you have another family from a hospital, there's a unique bond instantly because you're sharing the same kind of journey. An unexpected journey, but it's still the same journey that they get it. And it feels so good to talk to someone that really gets it, that understands what you're saying and what you're going through.
I mean, Kids Cancer Foundation is a really unique foundation. The people that have begun it really know what it's like. From one person's a parent, the other one's been an oncology nurse. They really know the journey that these kids go through.
But aside of that, there's also the home life where they've lost a job or they can't afford to do what they used to do. And that's where the Kid Cancer Foundation comes in and provides them with gift cards, provides them with the resources where they can go and what they have to do to get money and to get the help that they are entitled to. And they make sure and they take care of all their families.
They sit and they'll talk to you, and you know, they'll call and, you know, they'll check to see how everything is going. So they have, you know, made a good impact on me and just being around when I'm here, come to visit, see how everything is going. So they mean a lot.
Kids Cancer Foundation comes and brightens up their day by giving them toys or arts and crafts that they can do, and it's just awesome that they can do that for these kids who have it so tough. The Kids Cancer Foundation gave Peter a bike. They had an event where they had gotten a bunch of bicycles, and they gave it to all the kids. We had a big picnic, and the kids had so much fun. And those are rare days when you're going through cancer treatment.
Of course, the Kids Cancer Foundation does family socials where we get together and the kids get to be kids. We had a Halloween get-together where otherwise they wouldn't get to go trick-or-treating, but we brought it to them. We had a big party for them, and they got to go trick-or-treating and just be normal kids in costumes running around playing. Christmas, we had breakfast with Santa. Same thing, the children couldn't go to a mall to see Santa. They, you know, with their counts low, their, you know, immune systems very low, this was a chance for them to get to go and see Santa and get a present from Santa and sit on his lap.
They helped me financially, and that was a huge burden off of my shoulders, that I could go and get the few things for Jocelyn that she needed to entertain her. It's hard to keep a 2.5-year-old in a hospital bed, you know, and entertain her every day. So they were there, they helped. It's they're wonderful people. They're really, truly wonderful.
Somebody's got to fight for them. And the families that are in treatment right now, they're so busy trying to save their kids' lives. Our children in Palm Beach County deserve better. And there's somebody out there that's going to want to help us make that happen. Many somebodies, we hope, to help make this happen. Our kids deserve